Welcome back, everybody. My name's A-Predator54, aka Adam, coaching the Chesney Park Slowpokes, and today I bring you the draft analysis for Feisty Friends Little Cup Singles. This season we had 60 points to draft exactly 10 Pokemon. It is open Terra for the entire roster, meaning it can be anything, all 6 Pokemon that come. But you have to tell your opponent at Team Preview what your Terras are, and they will respectively tell you theirs. This is an item clause singles league. Get played at level 50 instead of level 5. The only exception is you're allowed to have 2 Eviolites, no more. But everything else is one singular item. We have definitely an interesting thing going on. I believe the only Little Cup Mon we for sure missed was Finizen, so no Baby Dolphin, unfortunately. But we had an interesting pick spot. Out of 16 coaches, I believe I was the 4th pick. So I decided to have a little bit of fun and draft Hisuian Growlithe for 10 points. Probably one of the best things on the board because it still gets almost everything the daddy version gets and more. This thing having Head Smash, Wild Charge, Flare Blitz, Flame Charge, access to Solar Beam, gets access to Howl to boost its attack, Agility. The only thing it does not get is Extreme Speed like Arcanine does, I believe, and Raging Fury. All in all, being able to Terra Normal Double Edge for free and not take any damage is absolutely amazing on this Pokemon, and I just can't wait to use it. And oh my lord, look at that adorable little floof right there. Do you yawn when you wake up? Nope, you just pop up. But that is our little doggy that could. For 10 points, I hope this can eventually be the kill leader. But base 55 speed isn't the best, but it has a monstrous attack and fire and rock stab. Hit everything super hard. Granted, there is a lot of water types, a lot of grass types in Little Cup, minimal dragons, minimal fairies, and minimal steel types. The Head Smash is just going to be realistically resistible because everything's going to have very bad defenses, basically, unless they run Eviolite. But that is our first pick overall. We will hop on into pick number 2. For pick number 2 of the draft, after it came all the way back to me, for 6 points, I believe I got a very good steal. And won a very good rapid spinner in the game. And Squirtle. This gets Shell Smash. This gets almost everything Blastoise does besides Body Press and Earthquake, so it's stuck with Dig. But it gets access to Mud Shot. Still gets access to Wave Crash, which is still incredibly good. Look at this little fucking turtle go. Holy shit, you're fast. Hit. So you just straight up bitch slap when you attack. Look at this adorable little thing. And I got it mainly because I got him right here. I love Squirtles. Access to Rapid Spin, Shell Smash, gets access to Ice Spinner, Liquidation, gets access to Brick Break to break screens, you name it. Gets access to a Mirror Coat still, which is incredibly good. Life Dew to heal its HP, also very good. All in all, Squirtle just does squirtly things, and he's turtly enough for the Turtle Club. I'm sorry. Look at that. Oh my sweet Jesus, my sweet little babu. And when you wake up, you're just like, I don't know what's going on. And the way you get up. But anyways, Squirtle, going to be a Beat Stick, going to be my Hazard Removal, and going to be my Shell Smasher. And he kind of coincides with a few more pieces of my team. But all in all, I look forward to using this little guy or girl. And well, let's hop on into Mon number 3. For Mon number 3 and 8 points, I decided let's do a bit of something interesting. Unfortunately, round 1, I decided not to get Driftoon. I got the Hisuian Arc, and Hisuian Growlithe would pair super well with this as well. But we got the Grookster. We're gonna thumpity thump the hearts of many. Look at this. Look at my little gym partner. He's a monkey. But Grookey, access to Grassy Surge, which is incredibly good. I can run Grassy Seed, boost the defenses on a singular Pokemon on my team. Gets access to Knockoff, Fake Out, U-Turn. Gets access to Swords Dance, Grassy Glide. Gets access to Leech Seed to spam on my opponent. All in all, this little monkey that could. Oh, look at this guy zoom. Look at that. Look at the little monkey. Look at the little monkey. Okay, back to what I was talking about. Grookey, you are adorable. And I'm glad I had you as my Gen 8, one of my Gen 8 starters. Actually, no, did I have Score Bunny? I think I had Score Bunny. But, Grookey, all in all, good beat stick. Grassy Glide is spammable the game since there's so many water types, so many rock types, so many ground types that are ×4 weak to grass because they're rock and ground like Larvitar, Rhyhorn. Barboach is super weak to it. Oh my lord, look at that adorableness. But this being able to steal items away with knockoff, have access to taunt, being able to pivot out with U-turn, do fake out U-turn, get out, reduce damage. All in all, very good. Gets access to Wood Hammer to just absolutely be a damage nuke. Can pivot, can stay in, can SD, get acrobatics with no item. All in all, very good Pokemon. And let's hop on into Mon number 4. Alright, for pick number 4, and for 6 points, I decided let's get a fast, somewhat hard-hitting fighting type. And I ended up getting Monkey. Another monkey, yes. We are double monkey cheeked up. Look at this. Look at this. Shiny. Granted, this probably looks more green in the daylight, but this is one of the most intriguing shinings in green that I've seen. Besides Vaporeon. Can I pick up items? Alright. Mankey gets access to Final Gambit, gets access to Close Combat, gets access to a lot of coverage moves like U-Turn, gets Ice Punch, Fire Punch, Thunder Punch, gets access to Acrobatics for opposing fighting types. Hits super hard. What I could do instead of U-Turn is I can Close Combat, hit them, bounce out with Eject Pack, and then just spam into another Pokemon, which is incredibly good. Yeah, I look forward to using this Pokemon. It's incredibly fast, but frail, but hits like a fucking truck. Defiance makes Intimidate not want to be fun. Yeah, so this blocks Parting Shot, this blocks Intimidate. I can run Adrenaline Ore, boost my speed, get intimidated, be +1 attack, and then smack things in the face as well, so that also can be a factor. This gets access to Vital Spirit, so I can't be Spored, I can't be Sleep Powdered or Hypnosis because I stay awake. Granted, I cannot run Rest with Vital Spirit, but that is a good tech to run if I do not want to be sleep status. And I believe it also gets access to Anger Point. If you crit me, I get +6 attack. That's also going to be interesting. I believe this also get access to Upper Hand as well, so it outpaces most priority moves if they use it on me. So if I swing for the fences and end up just forcing them to run a priority move, I can Upper Hand outpace it, and there we go. This having 50 HP with Final Gambit, max HP, can still nuke a vast majority of the Little Cup mons, which is hilarious. I can nuke something, trade myself, and there we go. That's one less thing I gotta worry about. And then, wow. You kind of just remind me of me when I sleep, just not a care in the world. But anyways, that is Mankey. This is my breaker, besides Growlithe, and we are going to hop on into Mon number 5. Alright, for pick number 5, and for 4 points, I decided let's get another value pick. We got little Shroodle. Look at this little guy. Oh my god, he hops. He's a little tiny little guy. Look at him. Look at him. Also, there's another reason why I got this. Because those of you that have followed SDA in the past, you know that I made this. Introducing Bob Shroodle. He's here to doodle and paint happy little clouds, or whatever that mesh is on the paper. But look at this. He's a tiny little guy. This gets access to Poison Touch on Burden and Prankster. Prankster Parting Shot and Toxic is very good. I can just status cripple you. I can cripple you and bounce out. I can run on Burden with Grassy Seed and Grassy Terrain, and Swords Dance Acrobatics, and just absolute nuke, just like Sneasler does. This little guy is going to be a functional little toolbox. And look at him sweeping. Look at this little Pete's. All in all, access to Gunk Shot, gets access to Sludge Wave, Nasty Plot, gets access to Sword Stance, gets access to Double Edge, gets access to Knockoff and Foul Play. Incredibly good. And I look forward to using this little guy, and maybe Shroodle can doodle his way to victory. Oh, and such a little cutie. Look at that tiny little tongue. But anyways, that is Mon number 5. This is my tiny little offensive toolbox that could. And we're going to hop on into Mon number 6. For Mon number 6 and 7 points worth of value, I decided, you know what? Let's change the idea we have. Because at this point we needed a steel type, we needed an electric type. There was still a Pokemon that fit both the bill. We got Magnemite. Magnet pull this the little cup is kind of good because all the steel types are slower than this. It traps them in, and you can abuse them with like Terra Fire, Analytic boosted, or if they outspeed you, you can get basically a boosted hit off. This gets access to Light Screen Reflect, gets access to Metal Sound, which can be paired with Throat Spray to boost my special attack. Now I am slightly offensive. And I did not know you sleep like that. You're just floating in the air with your eyeball closed. That's really good. This gets access to Volt Switch, Thunder Wave, gets access to Flash Cannon, Steel Beam, which can be an absolute nuke with Terra Steel. Run Scarf Steel Beam, get 2 hits off, Terra Steel, nuke. Absolute nuke. That and, oh yeah, Shroodle before this gets access to Copycat. If I slow Volt Switch out, I get an analytic boosted Volt Switch, and then when Shroodle comes in, I can Volt Switch again, pivot out instead of clicking U-turn, and Copycat's priority, so I can just put my opponent in a cycle, which is kind of cool. And all in all, massive special attack stat, very bulky. Slap an Eviolite on this thing, change it into Terra Flying, it just won't die, and then I have a Analytic boosted Terra Blast. This also gets access to Sturdy. I can run Salic Berry with this and outspeed most of the Pokemon in the format, which is incredibly good as well. and just be offensive as all crap. There's maybe 11 Spadef Little Cup Mons that this thing has to deal with. Everything else gets blown back. This is going to force EV Light and Assault Vest, and I look forward to using this Mon. Let's hop on into the next one. For Mon number 7, I also got a... Sorry. Yeah, it is Mon number 7. For 7 points overall, I ended up getting another good steal in the draft. Contrary is so busted. Choice Scar's superpower is just nasty on this Mon. Stellar Terra lowering my attack and special attack by 1 now raises, and I can just be an offensive nuke. This gets access to Trick Room. This gets access to Trick. And Switcheroo, so I can just give away the item. Access to the ability Infiltrator as well, so I can bypass screens, and Auraville is amazing. Say Alolan Sandslash is in front of me, it thinks it wants to SD, I can Flamethrower and I'll completely obliterate Sandshrew off the face of the planet because it's times 4 weak to fire. This gets access to, I believe, Pluck to steal berries, which is kind of funny because you can just hit them with a flying type move, steal their berry, and running a Selic berry. You're not contrary, now you have +1 attack. Sorry, +1 speed. All in all, this is a functional little bulky tank. This is Dark and Psychic. Stellar Terra still makes it Dark and Psychic when it transforms, but being able to beat anything and have the option to run Destiny Bond as well. I can Destiny Bond on a bug type move and just get blown back and take the attacker with me is very clutch situations if I think I can't beat the setup sweeper. It just sleeps like that. That's kind of hilarious. But all in all, this is a toolbox. This allows me to change momentum of the game, and I look forward to using Inkay. We are going to hop on into Mon number 8. For Mon number 8 and 6 points, I probably got by far the most, in my opinion, because I love the little guy, the most adorable Mon on my team, and that is Little Goomies. Look at Little Goomy go. Oh my, wow. I was not expecting this thing to be this fast. That is very surprising. What's your attack? You little headbutt. This is a very, very Spadef wall. Good, decent HP. Slap an AV on here and it stops most special attackers. So this is going to be interesting. This gets access to Sap Sipper, which pairs well with my grassy terrain. If they want to grassy glide into me, I swap into this, get +1 attack. There we go. This gets access to Gooey, which is very good as well. They hit me with anything. They lower, I think it has to make contact. It lowers their speed by 1, which allows Gumi with his somewhat decent speed to outpace them. This gets access to Sludge Wave, Muddy Water, Drake and Meteor. Gets access to Thunderbolt. All in all, very good. Slap Terra Blast on this, make it Terra Blast Fairy. It's now an incredibly bulky special attacking fairy, which is incredibly good. And I look forward to using you. What is your sleep? Go to sleep. I'll stop moving. But being able to be Sap Zipper, be offensive as well is very good. Physical wise, being a good special attacker is also very good because nothing realistically wants to switch into a Draco Meteor. Very good. And yeah, this is going to be a backbone of my... Oh! Oh my god! Gumi! I gotta get to the next Pokemon or else I'm just gonna sit here and look at you. But this is my bulky backbone, and I will hop on into Mon number 9. Alright, I'm down to 6 points left for Mon number 9, and for 3 points, I think this slipped by. Because everybody was like gunning for ground types, all the good ones were gone. Meanwhile, I'm here taking a motherfucking Barboach for 3 points. This is ground and water with access to Dragon Dance, gets access to Oblivious. I can't be taunted or infatuated, and I get access to Intimidate immunity because of Oblivious. This gets access to, I believe, Hydration as well to remove its status in rain. So I can run like Dragon Dance, Terra Normal Facade with Flame Orb and just be quite essentially a nuke. Granted, I can't get this thing to fit onto the screen. Unfortunately, it doesn't get spikes like Wishcast does, but it still gets access to Stealth Rocks. This gets access to Waterfall, Outrage, Liquidation, gets access, like I said, to Facade, Rock Slide, Terra Blast to change it into whatever it needs to. And it's just a tiny little threat that could. Base 65 speed, base 60 speed for something with Dragon Dance is actually pretty good since everything averages about 55 to 65 speed in this whole meta. Is very good. Alright, we are going to hop on into the final Mon of the draft, and a Mon I am very excited for. Catch you guys soon. Alright, for the final Mon of the draft, and the one I'm most excited for 3 points. We got cheeked up himself, Squavit. You know what I'm gonna look forward to? Besides all of this you see is Squavits. Whatever the light can touch is Squavits. But if I get a sweep, there's one thing I'm gonna be singing. You're gonna love it when I squav it. Love it when I squav it. Love it when I squav it. I'm a fucking dork. But all in all, this little thing is interesting. It gets Gluttony and Cheek Pouch. If it eats a berry, say you stuffed Cheeks Salic Berry, it'll eat it, get +1 speed, +2 defense, and Cheek Pouch will activate, giving you health back, which is incredibly good. You'll be full HP with +2 defense. And you'll be a little offensive tank. This little tiny thing gets access to Belly Drum. This also gets access to Last Resort. You can be a +6 Last Resort Terra Normal Squirrel, just saying fuck you to everything that's in front of you. Unless it's Ghost type, or a Steel type, or a Rock type. But even then, I do not think they want to take the hit. This gets access to Dig as its only ground move, but it gets also access to Terra Blast. This also gets access to Trailblaze, which is very good for water types, and access to Bullet Seed. And I believe Fury Swipes. I can fuck around and do Belly Drum, Loaded Dice, or something, and just have Bullet Seed and Fury Swipe Slam. I think it gets Fury Swipes. But all in all, this little guy is just here to just cause hell. And if it's anything like how I use Greedent, this is going to be a shit show and a half, in a good way. But anyways, that is the team. I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know if I should make changes, or if you like the team. All in all, this team is weak to ground because I have 2 times 4 weak to ground mons, And I have absolutely no fighting resist at all. Because I did not want a fairy, I did not want a psychic type that resists fighting, and I did not want a flying type. So, we are just going to have a little bit of fun. I do not care if my opponents know my weaknesses. I am here to just cheese my opponent, have fun, and let's see if we can get the ball rolling and maybe win a Little Cup League. That is the end goal. Like and subscribe if you haven't, and enjoy. I'll catch you guys later for some Little Cup nonsense. Peace.